All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon, and in this video, we're going to be in the 135-pound division, where Gervonta Davis is scaring me to death with his newest tweet. Looks like he's tweaking again. Let's talk about Gervonta Davis and what he said on Twitter about his upcoming fight in this video. All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon, and in this video, I will be in a very somber mood because Gervonta Davis is out there saying things that make me very, very nervous about this fight coming up on August 16th with Lamont Roach. If you are not familiar with what Gervonta Davis has tweeted, let me tell you, he basically said, "I don't care about boxing. You guys can have the #1 spot." Not a good sign heading into this match with Lamont Roach, because he said something very similar before the last fight with Lamont Roach, and I was really hoping that his mind had been changed. But before I get into the details, let me welcome you back to the channel. If you are new to the channel, please accept my invitation to hit the subscribe button and hit the bell icon so you can be notified of when we release more videos. And if you're a longtime subscriber and supporter, you know you are the man or the woman. Thank you very much. And thank you to everybody that supports in the super thanks of videos like this, which is a little $ with the next to the comment in the comment section. But let's get into this, because Gervonta Davis, before his last fight with Lamont Roach, was talking about the remainder of his career and how he thought that he only had 2 more fights left and then he was going to be done with the sport. He said that going into the Lamont Roach fight. In the Lamont Roach fight, Gervonta Davis looked unfocused during the fight. I personally still had Gervonta Davis winning the fight on my scorecard, but it was a very close fight that Vic honestly could have went either way. The draw, I'm 100% fine with the draw, the way that the draw went. However, it was definitely, not the best performance for Gervonta Davis. So when he put the performance on, I went back to, and many other people did as well, not just me, went back and looked and said, hey, man, in retrospect, wonder if his complacency had anything to do with his performance, right? Because if you feel like you're done, you only got this much left, you're 1 foot in the door, 1 foot out the door, you may not perform as well. So I felt better once he had tweeted out that he felt like his old self again. Well, great. You feel like your old self again. That means you're ready to fight, right? The next morning he comes out and says, or 2 days later, he comes out and says that he doesn't feel, that he doesn't care about the sport, and you can have it. If Gervonta Davis is not all the way focused and all the way on top of his game, he's going to have a hard time beating Lamont Roach, because Lamont Roach definitely was very competitive in that last fight. And Gervonta Davis, it wasn't some situation where like Gervonta Davis really just looked like it was his fault. Like it was there was something off about him. He looked, other than the fact that he didn't quite look as sharp as he usually looks. So, but hopefully he's got a lot clearer mind. Maybe, he feels the same way about the sport, because to be honest, hey man, the guy has been playing, he has been boxing, not playing. He has been boxing since he was, 8 years old, something like that, 5 or 8 years old. I think he's 30. If he started at 8 years old, that's 22 years in the sport. 22 years in the sport, that's a long time. So, hey, man, yeah, I can see how you could start kind of losing interest in it and seeing like, oh, man, I'm looking at the other side of the door on this, especially when you've already achieved a lot of the things that you've wanted to achieve. He's already he's become a world champion multiple times. He's made a lot of money. He's become famous, right? He owns properties, all those other type of things he has going on in his life. It's reasonable that he could be looking, saying, okay, man, all right, I'm now looking at what the next chapter of my life is going to be. But the problem is, man, you got to cross that threshold, man. And kind of like at my house, I have this back porch and I have a net over the back porch that allows me to leave the door open and me to walk outside and bugs not fly in the house. But every time I walk through that door, I walk out the house barefoot because I walk on my back porch barefoot. My toe catches that little net and it pulls and it rips it because I don't focus all the way through the door, right? So I wind up tripping when I'm crossing this net on a regular basis, and I have to be very mindful of where I'm putting my feet. So that's what I would say for what you have to do when you're in the retirement mode, and we kind of feel like, hey man, I'm in a stage of life where I'm no longer trying to prove myself. I kind of feel like my legacy's set. I've done this thing. People in this game are not going to forget me, and you may just dip off a little bit, right? It's kind of hard to keep pressing all the way through the finish line, or in my case, make sure that I'm watching my feet while I'm walking through that door. Gervonta needs to be very, very careful about doing that in this Lamar Roach fight, man, because you know what the deal is, man. Lamar Roach ain't just trying to win a fight. Lamar Roach is out there trying to hurt Gervonta. So, if Gervonta ain't feeling a desire to hurt him, it could be a bad outcome, man. But at the end of the day, man, I'm still looking forward to the fight. I'm sure he's out there training. He's going to do his best. But I got to say something that, man, I'm going to enjoy this guy, Gervonta Davis, while it lasts. Because no joke, man, I'm looking through a lot of the videos, old videos from the PBC, man, and some of the most exciting fighters that we've had over the last decade, they're all leaving the sport, man. You got Deontay Wilder, who's at the tail end. Jermell, who's at the tail end, Keith Thurman at the tail end, Danny Garcia is probably already gone. Gervonta looks like he's at the tail end. And so as I'm thinking this, I see some video of Carmel Moten with Zaquan Moses, and these guys are going at each other, talking like high energy, like, yeah, I'm going to do what they're going to do. Both looking like little babies to me, man. Just like really, like they both look significantly younger than Gervonta, look significantly younger than Terrence Crawford, obviously, because Terrence is like 36. But you can look, but these guys are all, that generation are all going into their 30s, man. So I'm going to enjoy all of these fights while we still have them. Hopefully they can fight a little bit more often and not do this, once a year type of thing that people have been doing. But anyway, that's my take on the matter. Please let me know what you think in the comment section, man. I cannot wait for this fight card to be announced. Hopefully we'll get that announcement soon and we'll have a really good undercard along with the main event. But anyway, that's my take on the matter. Please let me know what you think in the comment section. And with that, I'm out. Deuces.